Ferguson is reportedly on a knife edge, and insiders claim the Duchess of York has been bursting out crying several times a day, unsure of what her future holds as fresh controversies swirl around her name. According to the Daily Mail, sources say the emotional toll of being pushed away from royal life has left her struggling to cope, with fears about her public image and long-term stability growing stronger behind palace doors. The reported breakdown comes amid fallout linked to renewed scrutiny over Jeffrey Epstein connections. Insiders cited by the Daily Express claim King Charles III distanced Sarah Ferguson and Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor from official royal roles due to ongoing controversies, a move that has reportedly left Ferguson worried about maintaining her lifestyle. Behind the scenes, Ferguson is said to be attempting to repair fractured relationships within the royal family. Sources told OK Magazine that she has been sending apology-filled cards to senior royals, including King Charles III and Queen Camilla, expressing regret over past events involving the House of York. Insiders described the tone as overly effusive and almost pleading, suggesting a desperate effort to ease years of tension and rebuild trust. But just as those personal efforts unfold, newly released Epstein files have reignited global attention. Reports claim private emails referencing Ferguson have surfaced among millions of pages of documents, sparking renewed scrutiny around historical royal ties. The messages, said to mention a single woman and other sensitive details, have fueled a fresh media storm. Newly released Epstein files reveal shocking private emails linked to Sarah Ferguson, sparking fresh scrutiny around royal ties. Messages mentioning a single woman and other dark details are now fueling a renewed storm around the monarchy. Fresh controversy is crashing into royal headlines, and this time, newly revealed Epstein emails are casting a darker shadow over Sarah Ferguson's past. According to reports, documents released from the Epstein files expose a string of private messages that are now fueling renewed scrutiny over the former Duchess of York's connection to the disgraced financier. The biggest shock? A message dated September 17, 2009, just weeks after Jeffrey Epstein's release from prison, allegedly shows Ferguson offering to introduce him to a single woman with a great body. In another email revealed by ABC News, she reportedly joked, "Okay, well, marry me and then we will employ her," language that has ignited intense debate as the emails resurface years later. Investigators stress that appearing in the files does not automatically imply wrongdoing, but the tone of the correspondence is now under a harsh spotlight. And the revelations keep getting darker. In a July 2010 message, Ferguson allegedly described Epstein as her pillar, while an earlier August 2009 email reportedly called him the brother I have always wished for. The files also include communication from Epstein's assistant asking if he could cover flights for Ferguson and her daughters from London to the United States shortly after his release, a trip that reportedly happened, though who ultimately paid remains unclear, according to ABC News. The fallout has been swift. Ferguson's charity, Sarah's Trust, announced it would shut down for the foreseeable future after the emails surfaced. While royal voices, including Prince Edward, urged the public to Ferguson has previously said she regrets her association with Epstein, but she has not directly addressed these newly revealed messages, leaving fresh questions hanging over royal history as another wave of Epstein-linked controversy surges back into the spotlight. Sarah Ferguson has reportedly fled the United Kingdom as newly released Jeffrey Epstein emails drag the disgraced former Duchess back into the spotlight. The move comes just as bombshell messages made public by the U.S. Department of Justice reveal the extent of Ferguson's contact with Epstein years after his 2008 conviction for sex trafficking minors. Now, as questions swirl and scrutiny intensifies, Ferguson is said to be overseas, searching for a new home and possibly distance from a growing controversy. Sources reportedly say the former Duchess of York will remain abroad for several weeks as she considers where to live next, with her deadline to vacate Royal Lodge fast approaching. The historic Windsor residence, long shared with Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, is being relinquished as the former prince prepares to relocate to Marsh Farm on the Sandringham estate, purportedly funded by King Charles. Ferguson, however, is said to be organizing her future independently with her royal ties now significantly diminished, but the timing of her departure has raised eyebrows. The latest tranche of Epstein files, released by the U.S. Justice Department, contains a series of emails exchanged between Ferguson and the late financier, dating from 2009 through 2011. The messages show continued contact well after Epstein's conviction and include language critics are calling deeply inappropriate. In one email sent in 2010, Ferguson refers to Epstein as a legend and thanks him for his generosity and kindness. She writes, quote, "You are a legend. I really don't have the words to describe my love, gratitude for your generosity and kindness. I am at your service. Just marry me." In another exchange, sent the following year, Ferguson appears to congratulate Epstein on the birth of a baby boy. Less than 10 minutes later, she follows up with a message expressing hurt, suggesting she felt used as a conduit to then Prince Andrew and upset she was not told about the alleged child. There has never been public confirmation that Epstein had any children, though more than 100 people have since claimed he could have been their father. The emails also reveal Ferguson asking Epstein for financial help and referring to him as the brother I have always wished for. In a 2009 message, she thanks him for praising her in front of her daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, writing that she had never been more touched by a friend's kindness, end quote. Fergie and Andrew's daughters are mentioned repeatedly throughout the correspondence, raising fresh concerns over Epstein's proximity to royal family members. In one 2010 email, Ferguson references Princess Eugenie being on what she explicitly describes as a shagging weekend with her now husband, Jack Brooksbank. In another exchange, Epstein asks whether Beatrice and Eugenie, then aged 21 and 20, were available to say hello while he was in London. Ferguson responds that Beatrice was with Andrew while Eugenie was away with cool boyfriend. As the fallout grows, Ferguson's future remains uncertain. Her spokesperson says she is assessing a number of options and has not made a final decision about where she will live. Reports that she may move in with Princess Beatrice or Princess Eugenie have been firmly denied. Another source suggests she may be looking for a property near Windsor, close to where she lived for nearly 2 decades. But as Epstein's shadow once again stretches across the royal family, one thing is clear. Sarah Ferguson's past connections are now colliding with her present reality, and the scrutiny shows no signs of fading.